10 News begins with breaking news.
Homes on fire, roads cracked and buckled, and people running for cover. Those are just some of the images emerging from the biggest earthquake to strike California in more than 20 years. Good evening, I'm Lindsay Pena.
And I'm Brian Schlansky in for Steve Atkinson. This morning's magnitude 6.4 quake struck in the Mojave Desert about 60 miles northwest of Barstow. But it was felt hundreds of miles away, including here in San Diego. There have been dozens of aftershocks, and the region is now bracing for more.
Our 10 News reporter John Horn joins us. And John, this serves as a key warning for us here in San Diego.
Right, and that quake was 220 miles away, but you can just see some of the damage here. This is from a Walmart out in Ridgecrest. Still, it was close enough to give some San Diegans a big jolt, and a key reminder for all of us. This region has major fault lines of its own, and a prominent geologist told me today a 6.4 earthquake could strike here at any time.
Yep, just the floor was shaking. I thought I was imagining things.
But what Kyle Brown and his wife Olivia felt at breakfast this morning was actually very real. A 6.4 magnitude earthquake striking about 220 miles away in Ridgecrest, making a presence right here in San Diego.
It was a little disorienting at first when I felt it starting to shake. It's like, is it going to get any worse than this?
The answer, at least then, was no. The earthquake shattered glass and emptied shelves in Ridgecrest, but in San Diego, mainly those living in larger buildings felt the quake. That could change in a heartbeat.
San Diego could expect a 6.4 magnitude earthquake on the Rose Canyon Fault, cutting right along Interstate 5 through town any day.
Geologist Pat Abbott says it could be 100 years away, but that if it came today, it wouldn't surprise him. Things then could be different.
You know, we have rules, things are built in ways to withstand it, but we always find where something wasn't done right, or the rules were broken or something like that. Those are the things that catch our eye.
Abbott says the biggest safety risk overall is things falling, so it's vital to react fast, drop, cover, and hold on.
You need to think about it in advance, because once the shaking starts, that's not a time for clear thinking. And you only have seconds anyway.
And it's those very seconds that can make all the difference. Now, overall today, most of the people in San Diego who felt the quake were on higher floors of larger buildings because it was far enough away. But when an earthquake hits closer, a lot of that energy is on the ground, and that's evidenced by the damage we've seen out in the Ridgecrest area.
All right, so this is just about 220 miles away from us, no stranger to earthquakes.
Yeah, Pat Abbott was talking to me today, and he said that the desert is kind of a hotbed for earthquakes. In fact, I have some notes here. The third largest earthquake in California, 1872, out in the Owens Valley, that was a 7.8, and then two others in 1992, 1999. There's lots of parallel faults out there, so we just moved a little bit closer to Alaska.
Wow. Okay, just a teeny bit.
Interesting tidbit
Making our
there.
way.
All right. Thank you, John.
Yep.